I want you to take a look at this next video. It is one of my TikTok mutuals, and now she's moved over to YouTube, and she is a firecracker. But listen to her thoughts on marriage. What she and I have in common is that both of us got married later in life. So both of our perspectives are shaped by that. So I find her stances to be very humorous, and but just go ahead and take a look, take a listen, and I'll be back on the back end.
Yes, men have convinced us that we trap them in marriage. They trap us! Okay, thank you for this comment. So, yes, marriage does give financial security to women a lot of times, especially if they give up their fucking jobs and are doing all the childcare and stuff like that. It also just gives a sense of security and commitment and all that stuff, right? But I can't tell you how many women say that their husbands changed as soon as they got married, because men are the ones locking it down. And, you know, like my husband said recently, he was like, I think a lot of men just don't think that women will leave them. Like, they don't think we'll ever leave because they think they're the prize, right? And that somehow they made this big sacrifice for marriage, because that's what they've been told. When really women, in general, cishet women lose with marriage. They end up sacrificing more, they end up taking on more work, because if the man is not a true partner, she's gonna be doing his fucking shit too. Cleaning up after him, all this crap, because a lot of men just want like the benefits of having, you know, girlfriend, corn star, free therapist, secretary, personal house cleaner, personal assistant, BFF, a little clown to entertain him, blah, 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 but not have to do anything for it. And that is why do not do too much for these men, especially when you're dating. I mean, we have been conditioned to do this, right? And so many women, you see it on these dating shows all the time. They're doing all this stuff like it's a fucking audition. We're like used car salesmen. Oh, come on, you really want this? Don't you want this? Look at all the things I can do. Look at me. Pick me. Right? That's our conditioning. That's how they fucking tricked us, right? As if like getting married, finally finding a man who wants us, like that's a fucking flex. It's not a flex. Being choosy, being single, that's a fucking flex. Settling for a man who doesn't appreciate you and who's just gonna exploit you, that is not a flex. That's why you never hear me like bragging that I'm married. I am proud of my marriage and all the work I've done on myself to not settle. And I'm proud of my husband, I'm proud of our journey and our story. But it is not bragging rights to like, look, I got the ring. No, they've tricked us. Because so many men, and even here in France, one of my friends, so here in France, they have like it's called getting paxed. You get like the benefits, like the tax breaks and stuff like that of being married. And, you know, it's almost recognized as marriage, but it's not marriage. It's way easier to get out of. One of my friends is paxed. And she's like, I don't know, like, it's not really interested in marriage. She says so many women that she knows, the men change as soon as they're married. They could have been dating forever. As soon as they lock it down, now they can just kick back and relax. And that is when King Baby comes out. Don't ever let these men think that you are locked in, because under patriarchy, a lot of them will just fucking exploit you.
Forever, men have had they have had the leadership roles and the microphones and the pens and all of the perspectives down. They have been in charge of marketing. And the way they have marketed men and marketed needing a man has always been beneficial to them. The marketers of this go hand in hand with the people who legislated needing a man and needing a man for survival. So the way it is being packaged now, that women no longer need men for survival's sake, it's like you can tell that these men are flailing and failing, because they are not able to push this message of you need a man and you're incomplete without a man. They're no longer able to push that because women no longer need a man for survival. Back in the day, women didn't have very many choices because men lorded over us through means of our finances and through means of our medical decisions, and it was all legislated. Now that women are actually citizens, we actually have the rights to lord over ourselves. We own ourselves. We did not actually own ourselves. We had to like fight to win to own ourselves Men own us. Look up coverture laws. It was a real thing. It's a real thing. Anyways, now men cannot just market needing a man and you are being incomplete as a man now that women are able to tell their own narratives and speak their stories. I am married. I have been married for 9 years, over 9 years. But the difference is when I came into marriage, I was a whole and complete woman. I got married in my 30s. I knew myself. I knew the kind of partnership I wanted. I kind of had an idea of the type of relationship I wanted. And I found a man that worked with that idea. And we have a solid and healthy relationship that is beneficial to the both of us and our children. So marriage in itself isn't an issue. The issue becomes when you are striving so much for that fairy tale and that story. That is where men win. They win because they have pushed marriage and needing a man as the end all be all. No, a man and a partner can enhance your life, but a man who is just sucking your resources, sucking your human capital, and using you for your time, energy, and money, that is when marriage and having a man becomes problematic. But that is my stance. Go ahead, jump in the comment section, tell me what you think, and go ahead and like my friend's page. She is just getting over to YouTube, so her perspectives, they make me laugh. So y'all have a good one.